Done ready.
Oh god!
Honestly, working with unprofessional people.
Oh, bless!
Alright.
And welcome to the very first episode of Cabincast.
I'm already crying.
As you can tell, we are new to this and have no idea what's going on.
Speak for yourself, I have 52 podcasts under my belt.
Okay,
Shut
apart
up.
from Jack.
Okay.
Yes, I think we've slightly recovered.
Slightly.
So yes, this is the first episode of Cabincast, a film and gaming podcast, or that's primarily what it's going to be. We might also cover TV series, RPGs and other things occasionally. And...
P.
P...
That's a P.
I know. For P... L... P...
Gotta love it
O,
when people communicate in
L.
sign language.
I... T... C...
I don't know how to do an S.
S. No politics.
It really took you that long to realise.
Yes,
that
I had no
politics.
idea what he's talking about. Okay, no politics. But for this
One would
episode,
hope.
this first episode, we're probably just going to introduce ourselves, and say a bit about ourselves, because that seems like a good place to start. So my name is Oliver. I'm one of the 4 co-hosts for Cabincast. I work at a retail store, which will remain unnamed.
It's green.
There are many
There are many
stores
greens, so that's
that
actually
are
fine. And yeah, that's all we'll say for me for now.
My name's Jack. I'm an alcoholic. Yeah, that's it.
Just the alcohol.
You're gonna let him get away with it?
I do stuff on a computer.
He codes websites.
Do you actually?
Well, in a way.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Discovering
it's
all
a way.
sorts
I
of
make...
new things about
We have a new
ourselves
point of discussion.
Oh,
which will-
God, no. I don't know anything about my job stuff.
Alright, my name's Jamie. I also work in retail. Nothing fancy. Mostly a gamer and currently sitting here doing a podcast.
Different colour superstore though.
Yes.
And I'm Thomas, I'm a surveyor, and
Look at me,
that's
yeah,
just
boy.
sort of looking at land and making maps, so nothing special.
It's more interesting than retail, though.
Right.
Slightly.
One thing I've got a complaint
Tom
about.
has an actual job.
I have a complaint about our intros. Jamie said he was a gamer. I think it's obvious if we're on a gaming podcast that we would at least have an interest in it.
Okay, I think we'll go around again and some of our favourite things. So we'll start with your favourite video game,
Ah,
Oh.
or one of them, because sometimes it's hard to decide.
Okay.
We'll start the other round. So we'll start with
Okay.
Thomas, mainly because I
So,
don't know which one to
one
choose.
correct
video
answer.
games I find tend to be sort of in flux, and at the moment it's probably one of the Paradox games, EU4, or Stellaris, or maybe Jurassic World Evolution.
I
Thought
shall
he might say
allow
that.
answer.
Jamie.
I've recently been playing a lot of different games, trying to just try different franchises. I know what you want me to say, and I'm not going to say it, Jack. But
Go
recently
home.
I've been playing Monster Hunter. It's a game haven't really had much experience with up until the last year. Started with World, and I've also started playing Generations as well, getting back into the old style of hunting. But it's a good game. It's difficult on some of the older games, but it is an interesting concept.
I see. And Jack.
Okay, starting off with the only correct answer: Star Wars Battlefront 2. Can't believe it. The
Okay,
good
that's actually
one.
not what I thought you were gonna
That-
hint at.
The other one.
I thought,
The original, we must point out, not the
Yes.
remake.
Followed by Halo Reach for old
Oh.
classic, and then games I actually play now, as with Tom, any of the Paradox games, or Counter-Strike Global Offensive, yes, and then yes. that's me.
Okay. I primarily agree with everyone else's options. My favourite game series is Dark Souls. I'm one of those people.
he likes hurting himself.
I'm a masochist, I suppose.
Awesome.
But yeah, that kind of works out how it is. Me, Jack and Tom are, well, primarily Jack and Tom are Paradox boys. They play a lot of real-time strategy. I dabble in it. Jamie doesn't really.
No, I'm not very. I very rarely do turn-based strategy
Yeah.
games.
Oh,
It's real-time,
I forgot
but
one.
still.
real-time.
Gmod we all like.
Yes, Gmod's all good. Yeah, Jamie and well, we all like Gmod, stuff like that. Jack's the CS:GO guy. That's, I mean, more than anyone else. Like I dabble, but
I've never played it.
yeah,
I
You're
played
not
one
missing
game, got
much.
shouted at by some Russian people, and was like, "Nah, this ain't for me."
Yeah, that's consistent.
yeah. That's why I don't play it much as well.
We've actually developed a Russian accent for prolonged CS:GO.
Oh,
It's not good, but it was the Russians.
you a friend of Putin?
This is too political. Moving on. So, okay. Next up, favorite film or current favorite film.
Can it be a franchise?
I will allow that. I will start with saying Rogue One.
Very good film.
Jack.
God, I don't want to be everyone's going to say Marvel, as in. Like,
I'm not.
General,
I'm
well,
not.
no, as in. You know,
It's
just
literally no one
generally
other than
people are
you.
going to say favorite. Oh yeah, I'm going to say. Yeah, God. Actually, no. I don't. I wouldn't say I have a favorite film now because I just,
Just pick one of like Rogue One's not my
Series.
overall favorite, but it's one of my
I'm going to
favorites.
say
So.
no. Just to be awkward.
Ollie, you said
Jack.
favourite.
Okay, no. I don't. Shit.
Not one of your favourites.
Alright, if I have to go.
Jack's
for
favourite film is It's the clown horror film remade earlier this year.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go with, just if I have to choose one, it's going to be the most recent because I liked all of the recent
Yeah.
movies. I've seen Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ah, cool. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. Jamie.
My favourite film, I remember during the off recording demo, I was
Yes.
trying to describe the film. But my favourite film to this day is Stealth.
Yes. Not the Divide out Thorpe Park.
Jack's
It's not a
deep
film.
thinking.
Carry on, Jamie.
About a rogue AI plane that's. Can I just say this now? I hate the fact that you've made us do this because this is like my biggest hate at school.
Yes.
I'm just sit here and go.
Something about yourself.
Introduce yourself to the
It's
class.
almost as worse as find someone to work with in a group when you're in a class with no one you know.
I love that.
And
This
there's
is why I
odd
always
number.
ended up with Jack.
Yes.
That's also how I met you, Ollie, in year 7.
Yes.
Because we were the only people who didn't like.
Didn't know most people.
Yeah.
I met you in open day and I thought you were a creepy guy with a mustache.
Because I was.
How
That's
times change.
Our time, Jack.
No, I'm the creepy one.
Now you've come into his cabin, Jack.
No, I'm coming
Oh,
to your
man.
secret cabin in the dark. Oh no.
At least
Never
he never
find
had a
it.
band.
We'll leave Jamie's description as it's about a rogue AI plane.
If you're that interested, you can look it up.
You can,
Google's
exactly.
a thing.
Yeah.
Tom.
And as for mine, it's a pretty standard Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want to change my answer. That's when I did the clap. It
Oh, I
wasn't-
see.
It was Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead. one of
Okay,
them.
that's
It's
fair.
all,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, yeah,
Like
yeah.
all-time favourite.
Favorite TV show. Now, two people here, namely Jamie and Jack, don't particularly watch TV shows, so
I've got an answer.
kind of put them on the spot. But we'll see what they say anyway. We'll start with Tom.
Battlestar Galactica, Battlestar Galactica,
Yeah, that's
Battlestar
what
Galactica,
the weird
Battlestar
way we say.
Galactica, Battlestar Galactica, best TV show ever.
Okay, Jamie, if you had to choose,
Well, the only TV show that I actually tend to watch when it is running is Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's the only program I tend to actually
That's fair.
record. And as brought up in the other week as well, brought to the attention that Primeval was a thing, and that was a good season when it ran.
yes, yeah,
I love
So
Primeval.
that would be my answer.
Primeval is
Okay.
another good one.
Jack.
Okay, yeah, Primeval. Is that still going?
No.
No.
Alright. Oh,
It's
yeah,
it's
it's
such
really
a
old, but
shame.
it's so good.
Yeah.
It was
Alright,
so good.
yeah.
Personally, I think the first episode was quality.
The late episodes got a bit confusing and I didn't really follow it, but yeah. Favourite TV show is either going to be Game of Thrones, because you
Thought I
know,
might say that.
or what's it called? Like the old Justice League stuff, and like Young Justice and
Oh, Young Justice.
the old Teen Titans.
Teen
That was
Titan-
really
oh,
good.
yeah.
Oh, the old
Young
one.
Justice.
No, to be honest, I have watched the new one because
And
The new Teen
Princess-
Titans, or
and Justice League Unlimited, I think.
yeah, just I
Yeah.
love that. Just the way it like continued. I don't know.
it was very. They were all very good. Yeah, I would probably it's hard. Probably Avatar: The Last Airbender. But Gravity Falls is also pretty good. So yeah, what are those two?
Opinions change on a daily basis. You should probably explain where we actually are, Ollie.
Yes.
So they can come murder us later.
We're in a cabin in my back garden that we
Spooky
have.
cabin.
It is almost in the woods.
It's Halloween yesterday, wasn't it?
Oh god, we're gonna get
Not
attacked
yesterday.
by weird monsters.
Or the day
It's
before?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
What day is it? today?
Sunday.
Time flies.
Time flies when you've passed out in a ditch.
Pass out in a ditch once and no one lets you forget it.
For good reason.
To be fair, I never saw this incident.
None of us saw it. We just know it happened.
Then how do we know it happened? Like, if a man passes out in the ditch in the woods, how does anyone know that it happened if they don't see it?
He's an idiot and he tells it. Like,
Oh.
sleep on the way home.
Oh, there you go.
Exactly.
Get up.
So yeah,
Yes.
Julia.
Anyone else, when
Mike's
they
way
grow
too
up, they
sensitive.
want to have like a really old grey wizard beard that he can stroke and go, yes, that does seem correct. Just, anyone can just me? Okay. no,
Nah, I aspire to be a evil dictator in space with a super laser.
I'm not surprised. Okay,
Follow your dreams.
so general idea for this podcast is I'm gonna have a news segment at the start of each thing.
Breaking news! Right into the news segment. I forgot how to do that. Cool. Alright, so news recently. Did you see the thing about Blizzard?
No, what was the thing about
Alright,
Blizzard?
Blizzard.
Anyone else hear about this?
Blizzard, Activision.
Did none of you go on Reddit? Okay.
Blizzard and
only me?
Activision are evil.
Well, no. They released. Alright, so they hyped up a Diablo.
Diablo.
Yeah, they hyped up that, and you know how? Well, if you don't know, they Diablo has the most hardcore out of the Blizzard franchise, apparently, like player base.
Yep.
And they decided the best thing to do was hype out an announcement, and people like saying, "Oh, it could be like the fourth release. It could be Diablo 4."
No.
And then they released a mobile game for it. And that's apparently the first time they've been booed at an event.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised though. Mobile gaming is getting to a point where it's just getting ridiculous now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, get companies that go from actually making games to making mobile apps and mobile games, in my opinion, are taking the
Hello
wrong
there,
path
Konami.
because they're
Yeah.
losing a lot of their loyal fans by doing that.
The
Mm-hmm.
market in China, though, is more lucrative, isn't it?
Yeah.
They
Yes.
get so much more money from microtransactions than
Yeah.
they did from selling their game.
Yeah. No, I completely understand why companies do it, as annoying as it is.
I can understand it financially, but
yeah.
as an actual for a viewer base,
Yeah.
for people who actually play the games, it is really
It is very
frustrating.
frustrating. Yeah.
That was actually one of the points on the thing, but yeah, they should. I think the main reason people annoyed was that I
You
killed a
don't-
fly in the middle of that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's why people are really annoyed.
Well, no, as in they
Jack, I'm gonna call Greenpeace
Oh God, no.
and Peter.
But they announced that everyone that was there was a hardcore fan. That was a PC gamer, and I think one of the quotes was what in the QA was is this an early April Fool's joke or something along those lines. And it was just really. I remember just seeing loads of things about it being cringy and horrible.
Personally, I love it when a fan base comes together to challenge people on, particularly companies, when they've done something. Well, because I'm not allowed to say the word I want to say, I'm going to say something particularly stupid.
Yep.
A good example of that being Battlefront 2, not the good one.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, they did kind of listen to, and it is.
They
it's-
kind of listened to.
It's
in
better.
It's
It's
still
better.
It's,
It's
still,
still-
an EA made game.
It's
though,
still
and
not great, but it's
EA
better.
Sports. Give us your money.
Wasn't EA voted the worst company?
Yes.
No.
Probably.
Just in general, the most
Wouldn't
hated
surprise
company or something.
Oh yeah, because they just screwed it. You have the fan base continuously by making games pay to win.
Yeah, well, the casual player's not going to care about that, are they? The casual player doesn't even probably know about the fan space. When you were 11 or something,
Yeah.
or something younger, did you really care about what a load of 20-year-old people on Reddit were saying about this is unfair, screwing the fan base? Just no.
As an
You go on.
11-year-old, I personally looked at everything on Reddit.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That was you, Tom.
But yeah, there's a lot of
I
people. that
also
just don't
believed
do
everything
it.
I found on Reddit.
Yes, that's not great.
Listen, if it's on the internet, it's true. That's what Arthur told me.
Who's Arthur?
The TV show.
What, the bear?
Oh, of course, I see.
He was an aardvark, you uncultured swine. God.
It's an
Oh, sorry
aardvark.
for not knowing.
Anyone else get that reference? Just me?
Aardvarks
Okay.
and bears are very
I
close
vaguely
on the
recognise
evolutionary
it, but-
tree.
There was a bunny, the bunny, whatever his name was, Buster or something.
Thumper.
No, the bunny in Arthur.
Yeah,
Yeah, Buster.
Thumper.
Buster.
It was Buster. Alright, yeah. He said he was like telling loads of stories about online, and he said, "All I want to say is like, what people post stories online that aren't true? Why would they do that?" And it's just like, oh god.
Well, you know, people are people. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this just got very
Like
philosophical.
I would never have guessed people are people. I mean, you've really blown my mind.
People are people.
Mm-hmm.
I hear what you're saying, but, at the
But yes,
same
so-
time, you're dumb.
After the news segment, potentially we might have a section on what happened this day in film and gaming history,
This day,
as in
nothing happened.
Nothing happened today.
not today, but like so like
A new
what's
episode
the
of
date?
Doctor Who came out.
Makes more sense.
So the
Everyone on The Apprentice
fourth
is
of
still
the
stupid.
Tom, the 4th of the 11th, but in a previous year. If there was anything particular that happened.
It's like that way back machine. No, that's not right. It's like news on this day.
Where?
Yeah, so this day in history.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's- yeah,
but
something like that.
to do with film and gaming more specifically.
Right, history.
I like history.
Yes.
Yeah, I did a hand signal at Tom to support my ref. Okay.
Yep, we got it, but podcast people listening will not
That's why.
understand.
That's why
Yeah,
I said-
Jack's using all these unique signals because he's a podcast pro.
Yes.
And because we're all scrubs, we just don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Either that or he's just doing random hand signals that we
Very
can't
simple.
understand. What is that?
That's
What is
sign language. That's the only one I know.
Yeah, so, and then we're going to have our main topic, which will vary primarily between films and games, but occasionally end up on other topics like RPGs or TV shows. But yeah, so as for our first episode, a bit all over the place, but I think we'll leave it there for now. We have no social medias for you to follow yet,
I do.
so no, you don't.
Jack something at YouTube.
Yeah, you don't.
No, is
No.
it Jack
At
with one
YouTube.
It might be.
Oh, if we
It's
plug-
not, it's not an
We
email.
I have a YouTube channel. I have your know.
well, two of you
I mean,
have
so
YouTube
do
now.
I, but it died years ago.
In fact, while we're at it, let's do a quick
Dead,
mod
but I'm still-
spotlight. If you go onto Steam and search up a mod for Left 4 Dead 2,
Oh, no, no,
see
no,
your
no.
thoughts, you'll get
Oliver, press the intermission
a
button.
very good one. A very good mod that will transform all the zombie sounds into mine from the film Finding Nemo,
Wow,
made by Gherkin Llama.
Is there a
That's
Finding
kind of awesome.
Nemo 2?
it's Finding
I mean,
Dory.
Free.
No,
And,
Well, if we are talking on a rhyme of mods, I have actually, I have made a couple of sound mods. That being the main noticeable one that seems to have actually got some attention. I am actually at the point where I'm trying to extract models from games, and I'm attempting to make various player models and
Nice.
Pretty
model
cool.
replacements for Left 4 Dead. It's just stuck at the point at the minute because I know absolutely nothing about porting. So I'm stuck basically just trying to get the models into Blender.
So yeah, send Jamie your help through methods. I don't know, carrier pigeon,
Carrier pigeon.
because they have no way of contacting us, so they have to use the pigeons.
which know where we are.
the carrier pigeons know where No, that's not right. But yeah, talking about
That or owl mail.
I kind of wanted to interrupt at the same time. I'm doing that too much.
Carry on, Jack.
What's it called? What Blender? You use 3D models. What do you use to make your mod?
What for the sound mods?
Or anything really?
Well, I haven't actually made any models before or anything that replaces a physical entity. I've only done sound replacement mods because the process of that is a lot simpler
Yeah.
and they're pretty
I can
easy to
see.
do, which you
Yeah.
can just do with Audacity. And Left 4 Dead and Valve pretty much just gives you all the software necessary to be able to do that.
Yep.
But with models, it's a lot more complex because you have to like convert files and then you have to add the you have to get the meshes,
Textures,
the rigs,
meshes,
and
yeah.
textures. Yeah.
Just have modding with Jack and Jamie.
I've recently, like in the past month, I've been for my work, I've been learning Unity.
Ah.
That's the game engine.
Unity.
Yes, yeah.
That's
And
I think I've used that before.
I've done every task required, apart from I need to do 2 basically tasks that are really hard, where I need to, on runtime, so in a game, I need to be able to load in an imported 3D model.
Okay.
And that sounds a lot harder. It's like in Halo Reach, if you wanted to import your own model.
Yes.
Imagine making that process. Not exactly. And the second one is I have to make it so it has to interact with a database. I
Right.
have no idea how to do
No.
that.
Well, so you mean your own model? You mean you have to get like a model you've made yourself, or it has to be a model that's like customizable? So you have to get the different files instead of just one preset file.
Do you want the long, boring explanation of what I'm going to do, or the
I thought
The short one.
The podcast was about to
Short
end.
It was. So the short one.
Wait, what's the time? It's not been.
No, this is just the first episode.
What's the time?
It's like 7:30.
Yeah, he's not getting it, Ollie.
Oh, I get it. Never mind, my friend. Okay,
Okay.
what's it called? I'll just tell you in the next episode. No, actually.
In the interim.
Right, so basically I have to
No.
make, you know how people like buy a house? The company that like sells houses wants to have a thing where people can walk into their room, place down furniture from
Oh, I
some
know
thing.
what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
in
like a
in
virtual viewing.
Yeah, in a VR thing.
Yeah.
And basically I have to make that software using Unity. And
That's quite cool.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
it's unfortunately no one in my company knows Unity, and neither do I. At the same time,
Aren't you? Isn't only one other person in your company?
No, there's like 5, 6,
Great
7,
success.
8.
Oh, okay.
We expanded very fast in a year. First it started with me, and like 3 months later got another guy.
Hey, that's sort of what.
4 months after that we got 2 more, and then like above that we got loads.
Yeah,
it's
that's what sort of happened with my company actually. Lots and lots of new people.
Yeah, it's good.
Me and Jamie's have just been getting smaller.
Oh no. Well, you are like a.
We shouldn't talk about this because if we
multi-million
start talking about work now, I
Yeah.
will begin to rant.
Yes. No. We should.
Alright.
We should
thing.
end it here.
shall
So.
talk about it next.
Goodbye,
week in
everybody.
our Next episode.
Yes, we shall.
Right, what's our sign
To
out? Do
be
we have to
continued.
hum the same thing that we hummed in with?
No.
No.
That was a bit of a disaster.
Wait, we're finishing?
Yeah. I
Did
think
you
so.
just miss Jack's confusion at that?
Oh.
Well, I think this is kind
okay.
of rubbish, but we're going to be. Shall we just explain what we're doing? Because it's going to be obvious.
We're recording multiple episodes in one sitting. So this is the introduction one.
This is episode 0.
This is kind of episode 0, yeah. I called episode 1 at the start, but you know, you can choose either one. But yeah, thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
Just want to say, a good way to choose the elevators stop at the 0 floor or the ground floor.
Just ground, because we're English.
So this is ground episode.
This is episode ground.
Stop it there.
And on that note, goodbye! Thank you for listening to this episode of Cabincast. For more episodes, go to www.cabincast.podbean.com. You can also find us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/cabincast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Update and shut down or leave now.
Okay.
That's been waiting up for the entire day.
Please.
Yep, right.
Oh god.
You like to use Microsoft Edge.
Okay.
Are we
Okay. Censor
ready?
yourself, everybody. No laughing. Okay. Take one. Oh no, this is
Alright.
bad.
Ready? And a 1,
And a 2,
and a 1.
two.
You miss. Alright. Alright, ready. Alright.
Just
Conduct the
let us recover, please.
You ready?
Before we go any further, I'm just going to point out that half of this podcast is literally just going to be us putting our cups down on
Yes,
the table.
but it's fine. It's fine. It's just an unfortunate side effect of the fact that the mic stands are connected to the table that we're putting things on.
They don't know which one of us are drinking alcohol though, so.
You just
Yeah.
told them you're like an alcoholic as your
God, I
intro.
forgot. It's really hitting me hard.